Oh, hello everyone. I hope everyone's doing well. Hope everyone's week is going good. Everyone is doing well on this lovely Wednesday. Make sure I'm all caught up with everything. I think I is. Is anything I'm missing? All good to go. I'm just trying to think. I don't think we'll pass full odds today. I don't think so. I don't think so, because I think it's 200 a day. Hey, hello. How are you doing? Hope you're doing well. Yeah, I did want that. I think I wanted that. Did I want that? Yes. How are you doing? I hope your Wednesday is going well. Get that over to there. That up to there. And we are good. Don't think that changed anything, did it? No. Perfect. Don't want to break anything if I can help it. But how are you doing, Hello? Hope your week is going well. All is well. Another day off tomorrow, so it's kind of like the weekend. Oh, that's nice. That must be nice. I, for one, am not looking forward to tomorrow because I have a feeling I'm going to get in trouble. It's just one of those feelings I have. Like it's going to be like, why did you do it like this? I can't believe you did it like this. That's why it broke. And then I'm going to have to explain to my boss, no, that's not why it broke. Promise. Yeah, it's going to be a fun one. It's going to be a fun one. But no, I'm looking forward to the weekend. It's going to be good. No, my weekend's actually quite busy. Although a week closer, and then I have a week off, which is nice. I've got 3 weeks until my week off. I was kind of thinking it was going to be a bit sooner than that. It's not. I had a feeling it was going to be much sooner. But yeah, it's going to be the second week of June. Second week of June isn't for another month. Just under another month. Like, no. Although, that being said, this week's a full week, next week's a full week, the week after is a 4-day week. Which is nice. It's a 4-day week, and then at the end of the week, there's payday. I'm just saying, cannot go wrong if there's payday at the end of the week. Apart from the fact that my money disappears. That does happen. But no, it's going to be a chill. I'm happy to be back on this hunt. I don't think we're going to get to full odds today, though. I'm just trying to think. Yeah, no. Oh, no. 200 a day, we should. Because 100 will get us to 4,000. And then it's 96 odds, so we will just pass full odds before the... Oh yeah, no, we should. Okay, we'll hit full odds today. don't know, just getting getting to full odds today will be nice. It'll be good to well, no, actually then I'll be over odds. It won't be good. I'm hitting over odds today, which is fine. So I'm gonna keep telling myself starting. I know what I'm looking for, so I am very much keeping my eyes on what I need. Which is like a shiny. A shiny would be good. Shiny would be nice. Although 39.39 would be a good one to get a shiny on. I think it'd be better if I just watch it on this rather than trying to watch it on the game screen. This will help me keep an idea of how I'm doing. Boom. Boom. Chat on the phone and stream in the background. What a way to watch. I don't care. Watch however you want to watch. I'm gonna say, it was interesting because I think now, after putting out the memo, I think there has been a total of 2 likes on other streams. That's it. So, I think I'm up to 18 resets before this stream. So I might double it for this month. We'll see how we're doing by the end of the month. I might have to double the resets. We shall see. Is the only way when I'm playing Minecraft. Oh, nice. Could be at least 4. Well, I know. I think for the month before yesterday was only 3. Again, I can't check it. It's really annoying. I cannot check it on. I can't check it on PC. It's so annoying that they did that, and it's only a recent thing as well. So we are looking at 545 before today's stream, and I believe, was it 3 or was it 4? And then 3 on the last one. So yeah, so we went from 13 to 17? 18? Because I think it was I see, does it say when? No. Oh yeah, streamed 1st of May. So yeah, so the last Fire Red, the one before the last Fire Red was the first, which got 3 likes. Monday Madness last week got 5. And then Fire Red on Friday got 4. And then Monday got 5 again. So 17. Plus this stream, we're up to 2, so 19. That's why I'm just like, is it is it worth for this month doing 2? I mean, we'll see where we're at the end of the month. Because again, we do have until the 30th. And then there's also the potential of any video that goes up this month as well, also counting. So we'll keep it as it is. I have to work on thumbnails though, because I need a thumbnail for a stream, and I need a thumbnail for videos as well. So I think that's my plan for Saturday. For Thursday is just thumbnails, and then Friday Saturday there'll be another stream. I can't make my mind up whether I want it to be afternoon or evening. Although arguably it can't be afternoon, it can't be morning, so it's going to have to be evening. And it's going to be, it might be starting at 7, going through until like 10, so it's going to be a late one. Possibly. I'm half done making the overlay. The only problem that I had with it was I wasn't liking how it was coming out, but I think I just need to deal with it. I just kind of need to get it in my head. It's going to be a little bit scuffed the first time. Either that or we try and fix it live and make the stream go on even longer. That could work. That could also work. Oh, the yawns. I don't know what it is about the yawns that just keep kicking me. But no, I had a little bit of a, not a eureka moment, a little bit of a thought today. And I don't know, I think I'm going to follow through with it. But my God, is it going to take some time? It's going to take a lot of time to do it, but I think I'm going to follow through with it. Afternoon, evening, Cloud. Checking back later. Yeah, I'll be most likely streaming later, Cloud. Hey, Mercury. How are you doing? Hope you're doing well. And Greg, welcome in. Hope you're, what's the term that they use? Hope you got a sick pump at the gym. Oh, Mercury. Interesting to me. I thought of you the other day. There was a song on the radio, and I was like, oh. I heard the music, and I was like, oh, it's going to be this song. Like, the beat's perfect. I was like, yeah, it's going to be... What's the song? It was Gangsta's Paradise. I was like, it's going to be Gangsta's Paradise. And then the lyrics come in, it was a completely different song. And I was like, yeah, that's not Gangsta's Paradise. I can't even remember if that's what it was called. I'm going to have a look now. Yeah, it was. I thought it was going to be Gangsta's Paradise, and it wasn't. It was something else. Obviously, I knew it originally from that. But yeah, I thought it was going to be that. Turns out it wasn't that. Turns out it was another new song. I was like, man, it's so annoying. I didn't actually go today, Monday, to borrow the car, so you worked from home today. Oh, Greg. No sick pump? That's a shame. But no, I listened to it and it was something else. And I was like, man, that's annoying. Because it wasn't even like it was sampled. It was like just straight up copied. And I was just like, man, that's annoying. It's the first time I've had it be like that. So, no, go and enjoy your walk, Cloud. We will be here anyway. So yeah, well, I think we're up to 19. So we'll see where we end up today. 5 seems to be the average, though. In case anyone's curious for the likes on the streams, 5 seems to be the average. Well, actually, probably no. Technically, 4 is probably the average, but after today, it'll probably be 5. Did you not read your comment? What? The one where you were listening to? Oh god, I got distracted. With the music you were listening to? I did. Or your pastime paradise. I also read it. But yeah, no, it is definitely interesting. I was just trying to think. I couldn't remember the name of the song that was the one that I heard on the radio. I was trying to remember it, but my memory remembered it as, you know, I couldn't go that far back. So for me, I heard it as Gangster's Paradise, obviously not Pastime Paradise. But it was like, it just felt so weird, and it was just it was just incredibly confusing. But no, it's interesting. It's just a bit of a shame, because it's one of those where it's like, you know it happens, but it's until you like experience it, you're like, oh yeah, no, it definitely is a thing. Oh, but man, could have told you Greg was here earlier, because my yawns are yawning today. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see how tomorrow goes. Tomorrow could be a fun day. Fun day for not me. Could be the day I give in and hand in my my notice. We'll see. It's annoying because it's 3 months, even if I'm like, yep, I'm good, I want out. It's 3 months. I'm like, oh. It's one of those draining situations. Was there... I'm thinking of it, Greg. I've been thinking about it for ages, on and off. Like, it will get, like, incredibly stressful for, like, a little while, and I'm like, why am I still putting up with this? Last time it happened, I think, was about a year ago. And I know it was about a year ago. No, unfortunately. Well, I've got a plan. But, like, you know, it's realistically a little while off of happening. Like, if I really put my mind to it and get the grind going on it, I could maybe be ready for it by December. But it's going to require an awful lot of work on my end, on my already increasing schedule that I'm giving myself. But no, I don't have anything else lined up. Part of me was like, right, if I put as much of the money away, I can probably get away with not worrying about anything for a month or so. And then I was like, I'll focus more on streaming. But I'm like, do I really want to focus more on streaming? Like, I'm not getting anywhere with any of my hunts. It's like, do I then want to focus more on like content creation? I'm like, well, I don't really enjoy content creation. Like, I struggle with it. So I'm like, nah. But no, I mean, I've got a plan of action. It's then executing that plan of action. I'm juggling awful lot of stuff. So it's like, Thursday, what am I doing Thursday? I'm setting up, Thursday I'm making thumbnails in the evening. I'm, getting insurance lined up because, I'm learning to drive a manual car and I need insurance for that. And then Saturday, I'm shopping in the morning, lunch, and then in the afternoon I'm going out driving, and then in the evening I'm cooking dinner, and then after that I'm streaming. And then Sunday I think I'm sleeping all day, and then it's back to work on Monday. No, Sunday I'm editing. Yeah, I'm giving myself a checklist. Alright, Mercury, well thanks for stopping by. Enjoy your music. I'm sure you will, as you always do. It looks like a really good list of listening to. Enjoy. Again, the problem is with what I'm thinking of potentially doing is completely left field from what I currently do. That it's like I'm not getting it yet. I'm learning to get it. So I've got to practice driving Saturday. I want to get it, so that's what I'm working towards. That's one of the things I'm working towards. So today I made a list. I have a list, and I'm glad I didn't listen to anything else, because I probably would have put my notice in today, but I'm glad I didn't listen to it. I'm looking at transitioning into a different line of work. I'm thinking about transitioning into a different line of work. However, that different line of work is very different. It requires like a whole new, I've got to learn a whole new theory. I've got to do a whole new practical test. I've got to do, on-site training. I've got to, first things first, pass the bloody manual test. Pay is about the same, but the work is considerably easier, in my personal opinion. So I'm kind of right, I think I'd prefer to just do that than not do that. So yeah, which is incredibly weird and left field. I know it. But I'm like, I think it should be relatively okay. I'm thinking of going into HGVs. In other words, trucking. What I'm thinking of. It's definitely a lot of prep work. You can find places that do your training. But first things first, I need the manual license. So that's the first step on that goal. Again, as while I'm being relatively young, mid-20s, into the later half of the 20s, I have no ties down, so to speak. So, you know, I can afford to do it. So I'm like, the pay is half decent. I don't mind being on the road. And job security is pretty good because of the fact they need more people to do it, right? So I'm like, yeah, I think I'm going to pivot into that. Now, my long-term goal is to do that for a few years and then look at going abroad. And do the same thing abroad. However, where I was looking to do that, it won't be a secret. I'm looking to do it in Japan. It's also a very similar situation. Apparently, is in the UK. But again, for me personally, I think I'd only prefer to do the UK. I'd prefer to, you know, keep it in the country and then just work on that year and then go from there. So that's again, I feel like it's okay. What about the hours though? Not necessarily just being on the road a long time, more needing to get up and out of bed early at really weird times. I think I'd be fine with that. I don't struggle getting up ridiculously early. Like if I have an alarm, I'm pretty good with getting up at my alarm. And you're restricted to the number of hours you can drive a day anyway. So it's like, yeah, okay, I have to get up early, but I'll be done early. Like it's what? It's 9.5 hours. 9 hours? 9.5. I've just started going through the documentation, so I don't know everything off the top of my head just yet. But I believe it's 9. Yeah, it's 9 hours. You're allowed to do driving because it's 4.5, and then you have to have a 45-minute break, and then you do another 4.5. And some days you can go up 2 days a week. 2 days a week. 2 days, and every 2 weeks you can go up to 10 hours. And it also depends on. See, I was like, I don't mind sleeping in. You know, like the cab, I don't mind sleeping in. That kind of stuff, I don't mind. I think I could manage it, hence why I'm like thinking about it. Even if I didn't do like long haul stuff and I just did like you know, DHL, where it's just one depot to another. Like I think I could manage that. So, and I think it's going to be less stressful than what I currently do. Because at the minute, even though I'm a technician, I'm doing like technician, support, you know, repair. I'm kind of doing a bit of everything, and I feel like most of the time it's okay, but a lot of the time I get overwhelmed. I'm like, do I really want to continue here? And like I've been here for almost, I've been in my job for like 5 years. I'm like, do I really want to keep doing it? I don't know, Greg. I honestly haven't thought that far ahead. Like, it's literally just a case of today I was just like, Oh, I know. I've been thinking about it on and off over the course of the last year. Because there was a training center that popped up relatively local. I don't think it's still there, but I was like, do I? I think I could manage it. And yeah, it can be a little bit stressful, but like the stress isn't as stressful as like other stuff. So I feel like I want to do it. But I mean, 4 on, 4 off, I'm more than happy with. My only concern with that kind of schedule is I think you have to do, I don't know. But I thought it was you had to do 56 hours, or the maximum you can do is 56 hours a week, which won't be a problem if you're only doing 4 on, 4 off. But yeah. So, I mean, we'll see. I don't know how much control I would have over that being a new driver. But I definitely think it's something I'm thinking about. And again, you know, I'd have to do the manual test. I'd then have to do my theory for HGVs. I'd then have to do, you know, there's just a lot that goes into it. I'd have to then do theory, HGV training. And then it's a case of getting the, if I get a sponsored one, they pay for my courses anyway. So we'll see, because again, I think once I've got my training done and I've got like my Cat C license, if I go for it by myself and not do it, that's the thing. There is a big backlog of driving tests. I think the estimated wait time I saw was 4 to 16 weeks. Sorry, 12 to 16 weeks. But obviously you can get a it's 21 weeks in England. But obviously you can get cancellations. So the other thing is, because I have to because of how I have to do it, I have to ring DVLA and book it manually. I can't do it online. Which is great, because technically I already have a driving license. So yeah, I'm kind of in a limbo state at the minute where I'm like, I would really love to just be like, you know what, I'm kind of done. But it's also a case of, you know, oh shit, it's going to take a little while, which is good in one degree, because it then means I can like save more money up. Which is really nice. You know, because again, it also means then it's potentially a case of like, you know, getting the funds together. But no, I think I have been thinking about it for a little while. Let me check, because I have it on Google. That's how bad it is. I have it on Google Docs because I made it a while ago. And I was like, yeah, I'm gonna put it in this month. And then I didn't. So I'm sure I can still access it. Resignation letter. So yeah, so I did it a year ago. And I know I did it a year ago because one, I've even been 2 years ago. Can I see? Not now. Can I see when it was made? No. Can I see when it was last edited? No. But I know because one, it might be been 2 years ago. I know because one, it's July 17th, which would be my final day. And two, it's 3 years, and I think I'm pretty sure I've now gone past year 4, and I'm now finishing year 5. So I know it's been a little while. But then also, yeah, I do believe that if I get to the point where it's like, you know, I have the license and it's like a case of, right, I know I can get a job like next day, whatever, and then do it. That's maybe when I can think about it. But that's the thing, yeah, it's been a long time. And the conditions are pretty much the same. Like, nothing has really changed in those 5 years, apart from like our business location. Like, we were in a different place than we are currently, or we were in a different place than we are. Yeah, whatever. That's the only thing that's really changed. I'm still realistically the only one in my department, even though it's been 5 years. We've been through like 3 different employees in that time. Yeah, none of those 3 people made it through the probationary period. So it's, yeah, I definitely think that, I mean, if I go, it's not the end of the world, but it's also been at the point where I'm like, I feel kind of bad about doing it because of the fact that it's a small team, and I'm like, if I leave, it feels a bit shit. You know, however, I think I've got to come to the conclusion that if it's not working for me, maybe I do need to think about moving on. So we'll see. We should see. Again, it's gonna be interesting for the next few months. Oh no, I know. And the thing is, though, is that the business is pivoting into a different direction. And I'm like, man, that's really annoying. It's like, yeah, it's changing. It's going in a different direction. And I'm like, man, it's incredibly annoying. Well, I mean, to be fair, I've not been happy for a little while. I've just felt bad about leaving. That's my problem. But yeah, that's why I'm thinking, you know, we'll see how it is towards the end of the year. We'll see where I'm at. If I've got my full manual license, there's the possibility that I can do a 6-day crash course in the HGV stuff, which would then mean, you know, I just book a week off work or 2 weeks off work, and then do it in that time, and then I've got my license, and then I'm like just ready to go. So yeah, we'll see. Well, that's the thing. I don't think that they could effectively replace me how the current rate of the business is going. But then also, like in the last 5 months, pretty much this whole year, I haven't done a lot of what my core job has been up until now. Like, if I was keeping busy and I was having no problems, you know, and things were nice, I'd be all right. But like, I've had very little work, and again, my boss, he goes through phases of, yeah, the business is failing. Oh no, the business is okay. Yeah, the business is failing. We need to sell stuff. We're not making money. Oh no, the business is okay again. It's just a bit naff, you know? So for me, I'm just like, you know what? I think it's probably a smart idea to look at going down a different avenue. So that's my current thought process. We'll see how it plays out. Again, part of me is like, you know, if over the next few months the content creation keeps going, you know, we do the content streams and they do good, and you know, all things good on that regard, I might just do content. Like, you know, you never truly know how these things go, until it happens. So again, for the next few months, it's going to be incredibly busy, but hopefully it'll be a case of by the end of it, I'll be happier. So yeah, we'll see. Again, but the thing is, right, is that like I'm the only external hire outside of the boss's family. So I've always kind of been the odd one out in that regard. So we'll see. But again, you know, it just feels weird because it is such a small team. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Again. Again, content creation. I don't think it's gonna take off for me, but with that kind of stuff, you never truly know. Either way, we're gonna get to full odds today. "45 minutes for full odds should be fine. An hour and a half. So 8 o'clock. Yeah, 8 o'clock we should be at full odds. Should pass full odds today. Oh, don't worry, Greg. I'm not. I'll be honest. I mean, they can't do much for me to want to stay. But no, I'm happy. Might stop them trying to guilt trip you. Oh no, I'm not worried about that. I'm not worried about that. I will 100% try and word my letter as good as possible, but I'm not worried about them trying to guilt me. I'm not worried about them guilt tripping me. Again, I already got confirmation that when I want to do it, I got to, again, not really doing it before. I've got to CC in HR and the boss as well. I got to send it to both of them. Because I know what's going to happen is that my boss won't see it. I just won't show up one day. He'll text me and be like, "Where are you? You're late." I'll be like, "I don't work for you anymore." But either way, we're going to I'm gonna keep going. I mean, to be fair, I jokingly said today, I've mentioned it in the past when the new HR person came on. I mentioned it once or twice, and when I mentioned it previously, they went, "Oh no, you can't quit. We need you." And then this was probably a year and a half ago when I was thinking about doing it originally, when I first did this letter, my first draft of my resignation letter, and I was like, who do I send it to? Just curious, I haven't done it before. It was just a thought. I feel like it's good information to know. And they said, "No, we need you." And then I did it. I mentioned it today, and I was like, I was like, I might need a day off for my driving test because it might come up quite quickly. But I wanted to let you know it's something I'm proactively looking into. I'll give you as much notice as I can, but I'm going to be looking for cancellations, so it might just be a bit short notice. They said, yeah, it's fine. And then they were like, so what are you doing? Like, becoming a race car driver? I said, well, that was the other thing I wanted to talk to you about. I'm thinking of quitting. And she went, oh, yeah, no, you know, go do it. Follow your dream. So she seemed okay with it for that regard, but not for a case. It was very strange, but we'll see. I know I'm just going to format it as, you know, I got an offer I couldn't refuse for something that I've been wanting to do for years. Couldn't say no. So, I definitely think I'm going to try and word it as eloquently as possible. Or as not as aggressive. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But no, I did find yesterday. I've got a tier list of all the Pokemon games. I've got a tier list of all the mythicals. I've got a tier list of, well, gens 1 through 5. So the good thing is, I am like almost there. The only downside is I think I've got to actively make one for the starters, because I was like, oh, I'm gonna set it up. Also do a trainer tier list. Yeah, I saw there was a trainer one, but I was kind of just like, meh. It's like all starters and all evolutions, but they don't have like the mega forms. I'm like, I kind of want to include the mega forms. Then I've got ones that do include the mega forms, but they also include like the go ones, and then it's like all of the evolutions. I think, what does it include? Let's Go Pikachu, Eevee, Sword and Shield, Legends of Arceus, Scarlet and Violet, Mystery Dungeon. Well, I don't want the Mystery Dungeon ones. I was like, I could do that tier list, but just miss out those Pokemon. But, like, I was like, do I really want to just do that? And then it's like starter trios, which is just the beginning ones. Then it's just Mega Pokemon, but it's not all the Mega Pokemon. No, it's not all the Mega Pokemon, because it doesn't include the new Mega Pokemon. Then there's a gym leader tier list. That could be quite cool. I didn't know. I haven't gotten around to watching any of them yet. I did start watching. I've got it up here. No, that was something else. No, I was like, yeah, I'm going to check out some of these videos for like just the tier list of starter Pokemon. Some people do them incredibly differently. Like, I'm going to do it so basic. Say so basic, bitch boy. That it's just, you know, just basic. But yeah, what we'll do, because of the fact that there is most certainly enough time, because I'm going to go to full odds. I'm going to get 4100 today. once we hit 4100, what I'll do is we'll go and maybe have a look at the setup that I've been working on for it, and then tweak some things as a group collaboration type thing. Anything might be. Oh shit. Whoops. I didn't mean to do that. Oh great, we got no background music. Because some idiot decided to log out of his account. Switch account. I'm working on it. I'm working on it. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about any of that. That one. That one. We're back. Maybe a bit loud, but we're back. Now it should be back to normal. Boom. Yeah, background music gone, but background music should be back. Is it still very loud? I can turn it down more if it needs to be turned down more. That's the one I want. I love it when I break things, because I break things an awful lot. I think all the audio is good now. I need to wait 30 seconds so I can hear myself talk, and then I know. Unless I muted myself? Oh no. Yeah, it should be fine. I think it's fine. I had my playback way back on the stream. That is what I get for messing, yeah. I shouldn't touch things when they're somewhat working. Part of me was like, I'm gonna change because my browser's on dark mode. I just like dark mode. But I was like, my browser's on dark mode. What happens if I put it into light mode? And then yeah, it didn't quite work. But yeah, very, very interesting. Oh my god, I got a cough again. I don't know. I thought I did, but I don't have to. I will drink. That's better. Needed that. So I guess the question is, shiny before reaching full odds, yes or no? Because this is 4,000 resets after already doing 2,000 resets. So total checks for Palkia that I've done is now over 6,000. So I'm at 6,000, like a few hundred. If someone is quick at math, I did. Oh, no, do I have it? Oh yeah, 2,330. Then I failed it at the beginning of last year, and since then I've done 4,018. So yeah, lots of resets, not much luck. See, we're 50-50. One yes, one no. I'm hoping yes, because then it means I can be done with this. Although I don't know what I'm going to replace it with for Wacky Wednesday, seeing as now I can't swap it for a Rowlet, because Rowlet's its own separate thing once a month. Do you know what I also find interesting? Is how, like, random the concurrent viewers is. Like, it has been all over the place today. Because it's really interesting, because YouTube keeps track of it, but it's like all over the place. It's like 2, 4, 6, 2, 4. Like, it's just bouncing all over the place. And either people are jumping in incredibly quickly, going, oh, why did I click on this, and leaving, or YouTube is just freaking the hell out on its concurrent viewers, and it doesn't actually know how many people are currently watching. My message somehow... Oh. So did my message somehow get unpinned? But I don't think it did. No, interesting. My message isn't pinned in top chat, but it is pinned in live chat. I guess there's probably a higher likelihood of me missing the shiny than there is getting it, right? Actually, 3-person in a trench coat. I knew it. I knew something was off about you, Greg. You're 3 people in a trench coat, but you only leave 1 like on each stream. Even though there's 3 of you. Thank God all 3 of you don't have a... Thank God you don't have 3 separate accounts to use it for. Count's gone up now, you admitted that. That's true. I mean, I do have the stream on 2 devices now, so maybe that does mess with it. But it could do, but then I don't understand why it's like so up and down about it. Because it's not like all of a sudden you're super active on your desktop, but not on your phone. And, you know, it's like, you know, if you just have it on your desktop, it's just playing, right? Like, it's weird. Incredibly weird. Made it though, I'm going to be... force yourself to work on something, so if you're here yapping, you're off task, and you will be listening. Alright. If Cloud talks in chat, you're all allowed to berate them into actually doing work and not being in chat. That's the information I got from that. Bullying is okay if you're bullying someone into bettering themselves. Said someone probably dumber than me. Just gotta decide what 20 whips you want to work on. All of them at the same time. What better way to overload yourself than to fully overload yourself? To be fair, I do need to go through and close down a load of these tabs that I've been like half watching, half not watching. The problem is recently I've gotten into watching like really long live stream VODs. And they're like 8-hour long videos, and I'm like, yeah, I just have them on in the background while I'm doing stuff. But then I'm so onto it, it's like I've got to like keep going, and I can't watch them quick enough. I've got 2 hours left of this one, and then I've got 2 more to watch. One of them is a 3-hour one, and the other one that just came out is a 6-hour one. So yeah, I'm really bad. I'm really bad with it. And then I've got loads of videos that I like to watch as well, and I'm just not keeping up with any of what I want to actually watch. It's really bad. I really do struggle with like just deciding on what to watch. Oh yeah, Cloud. Or let Hello decide. I don't typically use emojis. I don't know if I'm really bad with it, but yeah, I'm not one. Finally finished rewatching your favorite video on all of YouTube, a 13-hour long video essay on the lore of one of my favorite childhood franchises. Oh my goodness, that's so long. He says as he sits down and like for the course of like a few weeks have just been sitting watching hours and hours and hours and hours of GTA RP. I go through phases on it. I went through a really big phase a few years ago where I was like, yeah, I watched like loads of GTA RP, and then I stopped. And then I got into like really watching rocket stuff. So then I was just really big on all of the SpaceX stuff happening in Texas, and then I started working, and then I stopped, and now I've kind of cycled back around. Like for a while I was just normal YouTube, you know, just videos that I wanted to watch. I'll watch them, move on, and now I'm really big back into GTA RP again. No, actually, I used to be really big into RP like years ago. Watching, not doing. Like way back in the day. And then I stopped. I remember exactly why I stopped, but then I stopped. Then I went into the Rockets. Then I went into just standard YouTube watching. Now I'm back to RP. It's really bad because for a few years I've been like, man, I'd really like to get into that. You know, it seems like a cool ecosystem. I'm really bad when it comes to creating characters and doing voices. I could just be me, but I feel like that's boring. So I'm like, yeah, maybe not. And that's kind of where I ended that. You do it for tone indicators. I mean, that's one way of doing it. I prefer everyone to assume that I'm incredibly angry with them all the time. Well, they're whips for a reason, right? They're not going to be polished and finished if they're work in progresses. I mean, the accent would kind of help, but it's not the be all or end all, right? It's like I wouldn't know where to start. I wouldn't know what to do. And I feel like for me, I always find doing something new with someone better than doing it otherwise. I prefer to sound angry all the time. But yeah, it's kind of something I wanted to do, and I tried a couple of times to get a couple of friends into it with me, but no one was interested. I'm like, man, I want to do it, but I just couldn't. It's good that someone gets it, because I don't. History, okay. I know history is stuff that happened in the past. There's no getting one past me. Probably more the Southern English accents. Yeah, the Northern English accents, I know, even being English is quite funny to listen to sometimes. It probably comes from England, I would assume. And then obviously tweaks as the Americans have done it. I mean, I got told I sound posh. I don't think I sound posh, but I got told from someone who I came across on a game that they were just like, yeah, you sound posh. I was like, I don't think I sound posh. They were like, no, you sound posh. I was like, do I sound posh? Like, you know, posh to me is like London private school posh, and I don't think I sound anything like London private school posh. The quintessential British kind of stereotype. That's what I assume as posh. Not kind of like how I sound. Maybe you get that from family telling me you swapped at birth. You were swapped at birth because of your accent. I think it just depends. Right, we got 47 left to go. And then we hit Bloods. As long as I'm correct in that it is 96, which I think it is. Technically Latin would be, yeah, but I can't speak Latin. I barely struggle with English at the best of times. Although to be fair, so the thoughts for Saturday's quote unquote content stream is starters, pseudo legendaries, Was it mythicals? It was one of the three. Those are the three tier lists I was thinking of doing. And then the last Saturday of the month, so the 30th, will be a Gen 1 ranking of all Pokemon. And then we'll kind of go from there. Because again, I'm hoping to start getting videos out weekly as well. So that's kind of why I'm like, right, we do the tier lists. We get 3 or 4 tier lists done. And we'll go through that to begin with. Once we get a backlog of those done, then we'll look into some of the other stuff, because that other stuff is going to take a bit more time, I think. So I kind of want to start easier and work my way into the more difficult stuff. Basically, I want to get my skill up a bit on editing, thumbnail, title generation, and then we'll go from there. I think that's the main goal. But yeah, so basically we're getting like, well, no, not we. I'm burning myself at like all ends. But the hope is that the only days that there's typically nothing on the channel is Tuesday and the Friday. No, Sunday and the occasional Saturday. I actually got a calendar done as well. Let me see if I can find it. Yeah, so this weekend, oh no, I need to go to the latest one because it messed up a couple of times. That one. So, no. Okay, here we go. Nope, that still messed that up. Okay, where's the one that was actually good? That one. Okay, here we go. So yeah, so this weekend there's content stream Saturday. Next Saturday there's nothing. Then the 30th is the tier list. The 6th is the Rowlet punishment stream, but then we're already like 4 streams deep into the month. So that's May's punishment stream. And then I'm off the 13th. The 20th is content. So what have I got? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, there's 5 Saturdays. So I might space them out a little bit. There's 5 Thursdays, sorry, between this one and the next content one. So maybe I'll spread them out a bit. That might have to be how I do it. And obviously anything pops up, any emergency, anything like that, obviously stream schedule is subject to change. But that's the current thinking. First Saturday of every month is the punishment one. In the freezer, Greg. And then... Oh, yeah, okay, there you go. And then, yeah. And then the last one will be a Pokemon Gen tier list one. And that Gen list one will be a non-edited down full Gen list. And that's kind of the thinking. Ooh, good luck, Cloud. I definitely don't envy that. Reference sheets are not something that is very simple. They're very complex. Every time I look at a reference sheet, I go, cool, Bennett. But yeah, so... Oh yeah, good luck. Good luck with that, Cloud. So I've got a short list of titles for the 3 videos that will be possibly coming out. And I'll share them to you guys because you guys are here. So for the starters one, I've got, I mean, I don't know. Like it seemed a bit weird. The definitive starter Pokemon tier list - fight me. I don't know why I like that. And then the pseudo legend. Oh, voice gone. The pseudo legendary tier list nobody asked for because that kind of works. And then I guess I think the one I like the most out of the last one is every legendary Pokemon ranked from worst to best. But then I also need to kind of plan out the thumbnails for those, so that's going to be a fun one for Thursday. Very fun. Oh yeah, you don't want to have a final design before you've got a reference sheet, right? That's just trouble waiting to happen. But then again, I've also got to try and work on this starting soon screen. Unless I just keep it as it is. I could keep the starting soon screen as it is and just leave it at that. You do need a reference for her base design. That's also technically true. I don't know whether or not to go to 40, 100 or stop at full odds. I feel like stopping at full odds would be just cleaner, but then I'm also like, I wouldn't mind going all the way. I don't know what TOC stands for. I feel like I should know what it stands for, but I also feel like I was just not paying attention. Towers of Cloud, there you go. See, I knew I should know what it is. I was like, work on talk. I'm like, is it TikTok? Are you shortening TikTok to talk? Like, is that where we're at in this day and age? That's why I was like, I'm a bit confused on it. No, that's fine. I know what it is. I know what it means. I also just realized, like, the last bit of this stream is going to be so confusing to anyone who's never been here before. You're distracting me? I'm not distracting you. You're distracting you. You're distracting you, not me. Nothing to do with me. You're gonna blame me? Okay, blame me. You can blame me all you like. Oh. Yeah, how dare I stream and be a distraction? You're right. I should just stop. Stop before we get to full odds. Stop now. And refuse to stream until, you know, Cloud gets some work done. Building a farm in Minecraft. So, I mean, you know, as long as it's a good farm, I'll apologize for distracting you. I mean, that's not a bad farm. Not a bad farm, though, hello. I will stop yawning eventually. But today is not that day. I mean, I don't think it's gonna shine today. But I feel like that's fine. Because it makes for a better story if it's gone over odds. Again. Well, actually, no, this one hasn't gone over odds before, but the fact it's gone over odds. But I will say, I definitely think that I need to... I definitely think I just need to keep going. Keep going. It also means you were right as usual. Yeah, well, Greg, we don't like it when you're right. You're right too much of the time. You need to be right, like, helping me, not hindering me. You're always hindering me. Here we go. Thank you very much. Well, I hope your day is going well. Your weekend was good. Your week is going well. We bump it up. Number go up. Number goes up. Oh, 10 left. 10 left today. 10 more left for odds. I also didn't realize. Is it normally 300? I feel like I was. And now we're going to end like incredibly short today because I'm going to end on full odds. Isn't as fun as you'd think. I think it is for Greg. I think Greg gets a kick out of being right most of the time because it means I'm suffering. More fun to pretend you're oblivious. I mean, that also works. Another one not shiny. What a shame. You drew one line. Well, that's one line more than I've drawn today. I just have a 3-hour break. Maybe not 3. Not 3 hours. You draw more than I have in this month. I mean, it's not hard though, is it? You draw one line and take a 3-hour break. No wonder why I've managed to do more than you. have just done so much more. Beginner's luck. I mean, for now. I just get rid of... No, I did not. Alright, I distracted myself thinking, oh damn, I've just got rid of the background music again. No, I have not. It's fine. Yeah, it's shiny, but for the wrong Pokemon. Oh, I went over odds as well, didn't I? Oh well, we'll get to might as well go to 4100. I'm here now anyway. To be fair, I also stopped paying attention. Right, last one. Last check for this. Not shiny. Okay, but you're going to hear the shiny sound again. Because it's Infernape. There you go. My beautiful Infernape. Right, now. Now, if you don't want to stick around, don't stick around. I want to try and sort out the overlay for the weekend, or I want input. So if you don't want that, go. That's it. The stream's done. We're gonna go and do boring stuff now. You've been warned. This is what I'm at. Oh, hold up. This is, I don't know. Actually, it's not. Oh no, that's not showing up, is it? That one. Boom. This was it. This is as far as I'd gotten with it. I wanted to leave a little space so I could do some editing, but this was where I got with it. There you go. This was where I'm at. In other words, this is how it will sit. But that's it. Obliged. Yeah, obliged. I believe that's right. But yeah, so the space up where the mouse is going this way, I'm now going to leave it for editing, because then I can put some stuff up there. Maybe. I was also messing around, and if anyone knows why it's doing this, means, feel free to let me know. I go to here and I go to scroll. And do that. Like the background scrolls, but every so often, like I was getting like a straight black line coming and I couldn't figure out why. And it was annoying. But I also think I want to leave the mouse because I feel like it makes a bit more sense. But yeah, so it's like I think this is fine, right? It's cutting some of the games off, but it's because it's a scrollable page. Like I can scroll down, but I prefer not to. And yeah, it is technically also cutting them off because of the size of the thing. I could do that. But the problem is that it's different. So hold up. So the one that I was basing what I was thinking of doing off of is basically the same thing, right? So like this kind of stuff isn't the important thing, right? The main important thing here is the actual list itself. So to a degree, you could argue I could just get away with just doing this, right? Like you don't realistically need to see what I'm putting where. Just, oh look, this game there. But I also was just like, I don't want to just have it. So it's a bit all over the place. Again, I could make it smaller, but I feel like it being smaller doesn't make sense. And the problem as well is that like I could also just like zoom in a lot, but like it's then cutting it off on the sides. But my concern is if I'm having it just like I'm having it just if I'm having it like S down, my concern is that it's a very small window and then there's an awful lot of just nothing around it. Whereas I feel like this, you kind of can see what games for the most part I'm picking, and also when I move a game up, you can see it moves them into the frame anyway. So if like I'm always focusing on the first few, it's a bit different. I don't think so. Again, this is just a pre-done list. No, Sword and Shield were the last ones. But again, it's like the starter ones. You can see presentation mode. You can see it's a bigger list. To be fair, I'm still messing about with it, but I'm trying to find like a half decent tier list place, and apparently this website is the one that everyone uses. Again, these are just pre-done lists. I can make lists like this list I'd redo because again, I don't want all of these guys. Like I'm okay having Pikachu and Eevee because technically they are starters, but even then I'd probably avoid those. But again, I can't edit this list. This is a pre-made list done by someone else. It's incredibly annoying. So I'd have to make all of my own lists for everything. Apart from, I believe I can get away with like the gen. Like Gen 1. All Gen 1. All of that up to Gen 5. Mythical and Legendary. Like this is like DA. Like, you know, I can go Gen 7. You know, I can do him. But again, you go to presentation mode. Look how small it is. So I got to figure it out. I feel like editing, if I just did it as editing, it would be easier. Again, if I make the page full screen, is this gonna... Yeah, this completely messes it up, right? Yeah. And I can't even pick it. What am I grabbing? Not the right stuff. But again, you know, I do it like this. It's so bloody huge that, like, look how long it is, and then it just doesn't make sense. So I've got to try and figure it out, because it's definitely not right. And it's definitely annoying me. So again, if I was editing it, it would be a bit easier. But I'm not, so I need to figure out a way of doing it. So that's what I'm trying to figure out over the next couple of days, a way to get it nice. Obviously, if you've got any tips or anything you're like, I'd like to see it like that, let me know, and then I can try it. But I think that is me done for today. We'll end the stream a bit short, because I don't really want to continue the hunts. So that is me done. I will be back on Friday with more. Hopefully getting a Weedle or something like that. That's me done. Alright, thank you very much for watching, everyone. I hope you have a great rest of your week, and I will see you then. Goodbye for now. Bye, everyone. Bye, 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 bye.